I'm picking Deontay Wilder to knock out Tyson Fury. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the boxing guru. If you like to stay up to date with boxing news, please hit that subscribe button. You've been here before. Thanks for coming back. So I am picking Deontay Wilder to knock out Tyson Fury. If you guys follow this channel, you guys know I'm not a Deontay Wilder fan. I don't like that he accused Mark Breland of spiking his drink and making him weak before he goes into the ring against Tyson Fury. I don't like that he claimed that his suit was too heavy and it made his legs weak when he fought Tyson Fury. I don't like how he accused Tyson Fury of putting egg weights in his hand to hit harder and to injure Deontay Wilder. I don't like none of that. But I have seen his training videos with Malik Scott on Instagram and Twitter. And I know you guys are, oh yeah, you know, that's just the pad works. That's just this, that's just that. I agree. You got to see all that shit in the ring. Because you could do anything in the pad work, anything on the bag, anything in the gym. But what matters is what you do in the ring. But I do feel that he trusts Malik Scott so much that he's just humbling himself into, okay, I got knocked out. What can I do to beat this guy? And what I see Malik Scott working on with him is head movement, which he had none of, and angles, moving with his feet. I even seen something where they had cones. They only showed them doing pad work, but the cones were there, meaning I know they're working on his footwork, which is one of the biggest problems he has. He has power, and as far as boxing IQ, I do think it's a bit underrated, only because I just saw yesterday the fight with Luis Ortiz, the second fight. And one of the things I noticed he was doing was measuring, seeing the distance that he had with Luis Ortiz. And once he figured out the distance, he landed one punch and knocked him out with one punch. So the guy has boxing IQ. Is it the best? Is it Terrence Crawford, Canelo level? Probably not. But he has some boxing IQ. He's been in the ring with Tyson Fury twice already, so he has an understanding somewhat of the distance and the size that this guy brings. And being the smaller man, which is ironic, you know, Deontay Wilder's like 6'7", 230, so 215. Him being the smaller man is pretty crazy, but in this case, he is both in size and in height. So him being a smaller man, he has to learn how to move in angles. That's how Pacquiao got by, moving in angles. He was always a smaller guy, but he had great angles, great footwork, great head movement. Same thing with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, huge puncher, but he had great angles, great head movement. Even Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, the same thing. He does a lot of angles, which is why sometimes he's landing these hard shots and people can't land punches on him because he's giving them angles. So him working on, Malik Scott working on Deontay Wilder's footwork with Deontay Wilder's power, it could become dangerous for Tyson Fury. Because the punches that knock you out the most are the ones that spin your head. And if your footwork is fast enough for you to get around and to the side, kind of like how Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford do, man, this could be very, very bad for Tyson Fury. I particularly think that Deontay Wilder is the hardest puncher of all time. I think he hits harder than Mike. I think he hits harder than George Foreman. And I think he hits harder than Ernie Schaefer's. But I've also been quoted as saying, I think he's the worst skilled heavyweight champion since Primo Carnera. This guy has no skills whatsoever. But if he can develop skills at this late stage of his career with Malik Scott, his new trainer, this guy can be a very, very powerful force in boxing. This guy can become something special. If he can learn how to move his head, learn how to parry with the hand, which I saw Malik Scott teach him how to parry. I've never seen Deontay Wilder parry a shot. Teach him how to back up. Teach him how to move to the side. If he could develop those 2-3 skills in the year that he hasn't fought, this guy can be dangerous and he could win by knockout, which I am predicting. I'm predicting Deontay Wilder is going to win by 5th round knockout. Just off the strength that he's going to learn how to do his angles. He's going to learn how to parry. He's going to learn how to jab. He's going to learn how to Control the distance. There's sometimes you're going to be too close and there's sometimes you're going to be too far. But the point is, you be controlling how, if you're too close or if you're too far. And what I see Malik Scott working on with him, and the way Malik Scott is talking about him, they doing a good job selling the fight to me. Put it like that. They did a good job selling to me that he is going to win. And the reason I say that, again, is because of the angles and those hard shots with the angles. The shots you don't see, those are the ones that knock you out. Especially from the hardest hitting puncher of all time, in my opinion. So, again, still tune into this fight. I'm guaranteeing a knockout. I'm guaranteeing a knockout from Deontay Wilder. I liked what I saw. I'm sold. I'm sold. Alright guys, that's my video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow me on Twitter @_BroadwayJoel. Alright guys, until next time. Peace.